morning everybody, welcome back to another video. I am in Melbourne. Now this is probably the most suggested and recommended city from my YouTube comments, and I'm excited to finally be here. So I'm hoping the next few days are going to bring some viral and famous food places, some nightlife and fun things that seem to be happening on every corner in Melbourne, and just taking in the sights of the city. So yes, I'm here for the weekend and excited to finally see what all the fuss is about. We are getting straight into it. I am in the CBD and I am heading to Loon Croissantery. The New York Times, I believe, hailed their croissants as some of the best in the world, or probably the best in the world. So I will try some for myself and see if I agree. I didn't even need to look on Google Maps as to where the shop was, because there is quite the queue outside, as I completely expected. So let's see how long this takes. I panicked. I couldn't decide, so I've gone for 3. An almond, which is like their main famous one, and then we've got a cherry cocoa, which is like their flavour of the month. It's kind of like pink and Valentine's-y, and then I love cinnamon, so I've got a morning bun as well. It's got 3 to go, and I will be washing it down with this flat white. So I think I'll just get straight in and try the almond. Look at it. Somebody has clearly taken quite a lot of time to make sure all of those almonds stick up, you know? Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Buttery, crispy, flaky, crispy, buttery, crispy crust. Wow, that was amazing. Best almond croissant in the world. I've had some pretty good almond croissants in my life. Our family claimed best almond croissant in the world is actually from Granville Island in Vancouver. Can't actually remember the name of the cafe, but that is a close second. It's like the perfect combination of crisp and soft. I find croissants will either go one way or the other. They'll either be too crispy or too soft, but that hit the nail on the head. Not too sweet. Good, generous helping of almond. So yes, 10 out of 10. But then I have had a few 10 out of 10 almond croissants. So it was actually, I was in and out in 15 minutes. So that line was not bad at all. So I'm here in Federation Square. I'll tell you a bit about my plans. So I'm actually here visiting my best friend. So her name is also Sarah. We've been friends for 10 years. We went to university in Canada together. And yeah, it's kind of a crazy turn of events. So she lives in Melbourne and I live in Perth. She's been here a year. So an absolutely crazy turn of events that we're both living in Australia. It means I can come and stay with her and see Melbourne. So Sarah is working today, so I am on my lonesome, taking a bit of a solo tour of the city, and then she will join me for a weekend of activities. So today I will be cramming in as much of the kind of touristy sites as I can. I'm actually going to start with a walking tour. I love free walking tours when I go to a new city. You just learn so many cool things about a city that you wouldn't get from reading or from being by yourself. So I will be doing a free walking tour, and then I often find that is the catalyst for other activities. So we'll see what comes out of the free walking tour and take it from there. That was a very informative tour, thanks to Frank at freetours.com. They say free tours, but I guess tip-based is more of an accurate description. You sort of pay what it's worth, which I think is always a bit of fun. And yeah, I don't think I've ever had a bad one. So definitely something to check out if you're coming to Melbourne. So it's finished here at the Queen Victoria markets, which are famously the largest markets in the Southern Hemisphere. I'm sure there'll be food stalls and little bits and bobs, and yeah, I'll just have a bit of a look around and hopefully find a little spot of lunch. So I have gone for an okonomiyaki. I've butchered the pronunciation of that for sure. It's like a Japanese cabbage rice pancake with like mayo sauce, pork belly, and those like fish flakes that sort of like move around when they get warm. So yes, I got a half portion and it was only $8, absolute bargain. So I'm very excited to tuck in. So one point that we stopped at in the tour was the Victoria State Library, which I have now come back to for two reasons. First of all, it's got an exhibition on called Treaty, which is apparently going to tell me about the original treaty between the colonisers and the Indigenous people during the early days of colonisation. And also it's got a very pretty domed ceiling, so yes, let's head inside and check it out. I really wasn't expecting this. So it's like a full-blown like working library with all these exhibition spaces tucked away. So obviously got the main library floor, the stunning dome. You can go up in the lift and walk around the kind of galleries that look out onto that kind of main library floor, and yeah, that dome. And then a lovely woman at the front desk, Diane, I sort of asked where the treaty exhibition was, so she's brought me to kind of the exhibition area. There's a photography exhibition, there is the treaty exhibition, and there's also Ned Kelly's armour, which I'm going to go and learn about. And yeah, as I say, it just is so unexpected that it's all nestled in amongst a working library, and so cool. And my final stop on this afternoon's excursion is a little trip to Central Station. Absolutely stunning building. It's like a building inside a building. It's got this glass dome surrounding this tower. And apparently the clock is going to do something fun when it strikes the hour. So I'm here to see that. Expecting that to go on for 4 minutes, but I guess it was fun.
I need a drink,
yes.
and then I'll be a showgirl.
Okay.
Yeah.
Coming soon to a vlog near you, Sarah the showgirl. Anyway, so TGIF, Sarah's done work.
TGIF.
We are going on a bit of I would call this a sundowner if I was in Perth. Unfortunately, you need the sun for it to be a sundowner. And we're in Melbourne, so it was 36 degrees 2 days ago, and now it's like 18.
It was yesterday.
Yesterday it was 36.
It was literally 36 yesterday.
36 degrees yesterday.
Yeah.
And like 20 feeling like 17 right now, and it's getting worse.
It's getting worse.
This weekend.
It's being generous.
We will get onto this weekend tomorrow. But anyway, so we're just going to go find a casual little establishment for a drink and bring in the weekend. Woohoo!
Cheers.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day. Cheers again. Oh, and
I
switch it.
didn't
You
look
better
at
do
it.
it. Better. Okay. You better do a little swish as well.
So we're at the most perfect rooftop bar overlooking the CBD. It's stunning. It's just started raining.
Come on.
Take me back to WA.
Under this roof. No, Sarah. Like this is our table. We're not leaving. We're not leaving.
I love Melbourne. Cheers.
Cheers. It's quintessential.
You're getting the full experience.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
We are in Sarah's proclaimed best part of the city.
My favorite place. This is Fitzroy Gardens. There's many gardens in Melbourne. We're pretty lucky that way, but I mean, I do happen to live beside this one, but I still think it's the best one. Yeah.
We're going to go for a bit of a walk and see some flowers and grab a coffee. It is, well, so the weather app tells us it is 17 degrees, feeling like 11, which to be completely honest, I feel like it's not.
Does not feel like 11.
It doesn't feel like 11, like I think we're doing a bit better than that, but I definitely haven't felt temperatures this cold since coming to the southern hemisphere. So, I mean, blue skies. It said it was going to rain, but we're good for now, so no complaints. Good afternoon. What a lovely coffee and a stunning walk around the gardens that was. Fun little conservatory and yeah, 10 out of 10 for Fitzroy Gardens. So we're back in the CBD. I think I'm learning that Melbourne has, like, it's quite overwhelming. There are literally 10,000 things we could be doing on a Saturday night. But we have chosen the Afro-Caribbean carnival to go to. It's a little bit chillier than we had originally anticipated when we made this plan, but we'll take the rough with the smooth. So we're currently gonna walk down Hosier Lane. We've got all the graffiti and the fun street art, and then we're gonna check out the Afro-Caribbean carnival and hopefully stay long enough despite it feeling like 11 degrees. Yeah, really looking forward to this evening and seeing where the wind takes us, quite literally in this case. I gagged the last one up, so I'm sure this will be great.
No, you're gonna love this one. I am right? Yeah, they've already shucked them. So now we're just gonna go like down the hatch. You're good. Okay, so you can either do whatever you like. I would say like there's one thing to like take some like spoons them on, just like drink it all together. But you can choose what you do. What do you think?
fun evening that was and completely free. So shout out to Melbourne for such, I don't know, cool little life experiences like that. It's another day, it's time for another festival. We've come down to St Kilda, where the St Kilda festival is on today.
Also free.
And is also free. It's just absolutely mental. It is feeling like 10 degrees. There is a brisk wind. But yeah, we're just gonna enjoy the beach scenes and the festival and just try and stay warm. Ended up being very pleasant. The sun came out, we sat up on the hill, we watched a kind of, I don't know, poppy number, and then we watched a kind of hip hoppy rap thing, and then we came back. So yeah, very wholesome way to start the day, and well, sort of for a daily activity, very wholesome way to spend the day. And now we are off to the Union Club Hotel for Parma. Now, all of the pubs and little taverns and stuff all seem to be advertising Parma all the time. I guess chicken parmesan, as I would kind of call it. So yes, as I've seen all of these places doing this, I thought I need to give it a try. So that's what we're going to do for dinner tonight. And for some reason, the weather's nice. So yes. What a lovely way to spend our final evening together. Oh, yes, thank you. It's mine, thank you.
I'm assuming you've still got more food coming.
Yeah. Lovely, thank you.
Yeah. Top, please.
Can I just say, Melbourne on a Sunday is such a vibe.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Like none of this, cozying down, it's...
No, it's actually Sunday fun day.
It's 7 o'clock, Perth is in bed by now.
Really? Yeah.
Whereas everyone's just out, having a good time, having a wine.
Oh yeah.
Gearing up for the week ahead. It's great.
Help me out, yeah.
Can't wait to chow down on this puppy. Good morning. It is Monday morning, which means Sarah's gone back to work, and we've said goodbye, which was a lot less dramatic than our goodbyes normally are, now that we're only a short flight away and not halfway across the world. So I've got best part of the day to myself in Melbourne, and so Time Out magazine actually have an article, 100 things that you should do in Melbourne before you die. And this morning I'm hoping to tick off items 1 and 2. And items 1 and 2 on this list are first the Botanic Gardens, and second is the National Gallery of Victoria, the NGV. So I'm starting in the Botanic Gardens, going to have a nice little coffee, and then have a mosey around and make my way to the gallery. I'm also randomly meeting up with a family friend. It is honestly crazy to me how, especially in Australia, everywhere I go, we've got little pockets of friends and family that I can hang out with. So yes, meeting up with a family friend and doing the Botanic Gardens and the National Gallery of Victoria. the NGV, get a 10 out of 10 from me. What an unbelievable way of spending my last morning in Melbourne. Yep, so met up with our family friend and went for a nice walk down South Bank in the sunshine. And as I say, I just could not think of a better way of spending my weekend in Melbourne. Overall, the weekend in Melbourne has been everything I dreamed it would be. The free festivals and the nightlife that's just on every corner. I feel like I only just scratched the surface in terms of everything there was to do on every day of the weekend, but I'm so glad with what we did choose to do. And also, I'm just excited to get back to Perth. It's going to be, I think, about 15 degrees warmer when I do land. And yes, just excited to get home and see Jamie and unwind after an amazing trip. So if you like the video, please let me know. Maybe Melbourne's your favourite city in Australia, let me know why. Give us a like and please subscribe if you haven't already. And with that, I'll sign off this video and catch you in the next one. Bye!